Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Anthony here, FSU Off-Road, and we are 1 week, I repeat, 1 week today from leaving to go to King of Hammers. And guess what? As you see behind me, Tinker is ready to go. I mean, as ready as it's gonna be, right? So I just wanted to come to you really quick, bring to you a video of the Tinker in its current state. All done, prepped and ready, safety, everything that we need to get out to King of Hammers, pass inspection, and get on that race course. I can't wait to see what Johnson Valley has to offer. Never been out west, wheeling before, so I'm looking forward to it. But check out this video, how we got Tinker to where it is right now. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Honestly, I don't know where I'm at with my videos. They're kind of all over the place because I'm kind of all over the place. Like I said, it's the new year, 2021, which means it's race season, which means we are leaving for KOH at the end of the month. And with that being said, whew, the Jeep is still in pieces. We have a lot to do. I'm just going to cut to the chase. We're on a time crunch, but I think we'll be able to get everything ready. As far as what we're doing in the front, we got our bump stops mounted up. We're working on limit straps front and rear. Suspension's ready to go. We just got to throw some diff fluids in there. I have a long checklist. I've kind of showed you in some other videos. We got a lot of wiring and things to do of that matter, but it is official. 4601 Tinker is registered for the race. For the most part, we're ready to go racing. There's just a few things we need to get installed. As you see over there, GPS, going to be a big unit that we need to get installed there. Limit straps, a couple other safety features. For the Ultra 4 race specs, we got to do some locking dipsticks and things like that. For the oil transmission, need to go through those fluids as well. Yeah, a lot. Cody's coming up this weekend. Today's the 4th, so this is the first Monday, first full week of the new year, and I'm going to be spending every moment I can out here when I'm not working my full-time job, getting this thing ready. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to the New Year's ride, but you know, things happen, and that's okay. But take a deep breath. I'm going to start tightening some bolts, installing some coil springs, bump stops, limit straps, and just take it one day at a time, one thing at a time, and hopefully we'll knock out everything on the to-do list before we leave. Let's get to it. Well, just like that, we're registered. We're all set for King of Hammers. Whew. It's real now. I mean, can't get any more real than that. We got a Jeep just about ready to go. Obviously, registration is taken care of. We're on board to have teammates. People are flying out. We got RVs rented. It is that time. So I hope you stick around. Enjoy this last video here before King of Hammers. underneath the Jeep here, putting in our brackets for our limit straps there. As you see, we got our bump tops in with our bump pads there. We're just going to tie in these limit straps off the lower shock mount since they're all integrated. Be there. And the way it's strapped, it'll be strapped at 10 and a half, 10 and 3/4, depending on the stretch of the limit straps. These PRP limit straps are quad wrap, so they're not going to stretch very much, but over time, when they get wet and things like that, they'll stretch a little bit more. But for now, it's going to be strapped at 10 and a half inches of travel, so I'm all right with that. Well, 4601, about 3 weeks from Hammers, working hard. Cody working on steering wheel, horn.
Everybody doing all right out there?
We got the lights and all the electrical stuff. We went with the Vo switch, got that done. We got.
Oh, I heard Miss Cody saying, "Hey, everybody!"
Hey, come here.
Our to-do list is getting slim. Just a few more things. Firewall, roof, a locking dipstick for the oil, couple of latches, and
Doing what I do best.
we're gonna be headed down to Johnson Valley. But anyways, gonna finish up here and get things prepared for a little ride tomorrow. All right, we're out here working on the Jeep. Cody's finalizing, putting the top in as required for race specs. I'm currently working on the GPS. We got our brackets that were made over there, painted, dried up, or painted and drying, I should say, or attempting to dry because it's freezing cold out here. But so the Lawrence is going to mount right here, as we discussed previously, with our special clamps there. And I'm just going through wiring everything up now. Last night we got all the wiring of the rock lights, the light bar, all that stuff wired up in our Vo switch. We got the dash all cleaned up, finalized, and things are coming together. I suspect a few more hours out here getting things done, and our list is dwindling down, which is a good thing considering the race is quickly upon us. All right, everybody. Well, we're down to the final stretch here. I've got spare parts accumulating. I've got a few things that have showed up. But the final thing is I don't want this Jeep to overheat while we're out there in the desert on the lake bed. Although it's still in the middle of the winter, temperatures can be, anywhere between 60 and 70 still in the lake bed in Johnson Valley this time of year. And the last thing I want is this inline six to run hot. So we got our radiator here. We're currently draining the radiator out of the single core. We got a bigger aluminum radiator that we're going to install. We're going to get that installed. We're going to get a couple other things for cooling purposes, and then we'll be able to knock off the rest of the stuff on our to-do list. As you saw earlier, the list was getting scratched off. I made a new list. Most of this stuff is trans coolers, new trans lines, ATF fluid, things like that. Make sure the power steering lines are where they need to be. Basically everything with this front clip here. So we're gonna knock that out as fast as we can, probably the next day or so, and get this thing back on the road and ready for King of Hammers. All right, everybody. Whew. We're about literally 12 days before we leave. I have 2 weekends. Today's Saturday, and I'm just putting the final touches on Tinker here in the garage. We got the front end of the engine all redone, new clutch fan, water pump, thermostat, all the, you know, the necessities that I should have done a long time ago, but I didn't, so making up for it now. Dash is all done. Everything's done minus our trans gauge, as you can see down there. That's one thing we got to work on. Air pumper system installed. LP Engineering. Huge shout out to you guys. Thank you for your help in getting this to me. I'm really looking forward to the longevity and everything of it with you guys' technology. Baffles in the fuel cell. Obviously, just tighten up a few things, nuts and bolt wise. And then make sure transmission fluid is okay. Bleed the brakes. Woo! Make sure all the lines and stuff are secured, zip tied where they need to be, duct taped where they need to be, you know, whatever. And then that's it. Woo! Well, getting ready to load up here, Tink here, in just a couple of days. And, well, there's one last thing that we got to do. And that is find a place for our jack here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to build a shelf here over our battery. 4 bolts to hold it down. That way it's easy to get to the battery. It'll only be 4 bolts if anything happened. Also, keep it to where we can include some fluids on the Jeep. Make the quick disconnect for the jack. And then finally put in all of our spare parts laying around. We got axle shafts. This is all the prep stuff going with us. And that way if anything does break, fingers crossed it don't, we'll have what we need to fix it. Just wanted to give you an idea of what we're looking at. So we're going to set the jack right here on top of this plate that we cut out. You have space for your Tupperware on top, and then we'll put some spacers up here for the handles. So they'll sit back there. We'll have some tie-ins, quick disconnects. That way our jack will be quick release and yet stable inside the Jeep. And it still gives us plenty of room back here to have our spare tire and some stuff in the corners on the tire itself. So I think it's gonna work out great. Guys, the last touches on the Jeep here, and check this out. This looks sweet. Put like a little aluminum plate behind it. You can see there, super thin, just for the color accent. FSU. I even monogram the Jeep. Let's go. Anyways, that's gonna be the last final touches here. The Jeep's ready. I mean, this is it. This is what we're taking. right, I hope y'all enjoyed that video of just everything that went into Tinker. I hope you enjoyed the build series. I hope that you've at least learned something. If nothing else, it encouraged you to get in your own single bay garage like me at the house. Use your hands, use some grinders, use some drills, and build you something epic. Now, I look forward to seeing what Tinker can do out on King of the Hammers. Be looking for us. This will be premiered on YouTube on the Ultra 4 race. February 5th is the EMC class. We'll be hitting the start lines there probably about mid-pack. So make sure you check that out, as well as continuing to follow up. I will post another follow-up video of the race, of everything in King of Hammers, and just everything that has to offer, as well as some exclusive footage on some of the other races. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But if you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Maybe you've been out there, maybe you're going out there. If you're going out there, make sure you come stop by. We got some stickers for you. And if nothing else, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you in the next one.